Hello, my name is Jerry Lou McKinney. I'm the CEO and founder of the Corporate Knowledge Strategies Group. I'd like to welcome you to the forum, and I'd like to introduce you to the advisory board members and the leaders. They're going to let you know why they've joined CKS and why it's made such a difference in their careers, in their professions, in their organization. What are your favorite things about CKS?
The people, the discussion, the energy that people here at CKS with these forums are people who are really doing this. They're really working it. It's not just theoretical. It's not just pie in the sky. It's hands-on, fix it, solve the problem. Let me show you mine. I'll show you your idea. Sharing. We are doing here at CKS a knowledge strategy in the way we collaborate and the way we talk and share and help each other fix problems and issues, reduce risk, save money across all of the 6 communities of practice. It's extraordinary, really.
You know, all the folks here are very candid in their experiences. They're very broad-based individuals that have coming from various walks of the academic as well as the corporate life. And you know, I think everyone's very honest about where their organizations are and where they want to be.
I think my favorite aspect of the forum is that we have a very strict confidentiality policy where what happens and is discussed in the forum stays in the forum. And that allows us to be very frank and open in our discussions with each other. People discuss the issues that they're facing and talk about possible solutions without fear that they're going to see it on the internet somewhere as being attributed to them. This is an opportunity for us to discuss concerns without fear that it's going to end up in a brief filed against them someday.
What brings me back is the structure, is the forum aspect of it. It's the give and take, the conversation. You know, I'm sitting next to the chief legal officer from one corporation, the CIO from another, and we're having a frank, open discussion about the issues we're facing. It's something we don't often have an opportunity to do, and these forums provide it. I think it's invaluable. We're able to walk away with practical, real-life suggestions and improvements.
I would say it was a great experience, both educational, networking-wise, and a pretty fun one to also be in.
I really like the style, this idea of it's not a bunch of lectures, it's actually collaboration and discussion. So you hear multiple perspectives, multiple viewpoints. That's the best way to learn about what's going on.
I think my favorite thing about CKS is a combination of 2 things. The first is that there are real-world problems being addressed within CKS that I don't see addressed within other organizations, and really experienced people within organizations who are faced with complex problems around information management. And so that's the first reason that I really enjoy coming to CKS. The second is I love the atmosphere. It's very collegial and interdisciplinary because there are these different perspectives represented within CKS that I don't see at other organizations from various sectors within an enterprise that all get together to talk about how can they better improve their organization's mission by sharing information in ways that serve the company's mission.
Easily the judges panels. It's great to sit down with our technology experts. As you know, we have communities of practice that span everything from e-discovery, what I do, to information governance, to the technology piece, big data and analytics. When the judges come in, they bring an entirely new perspective to the group. So they always have, they're never afraid to say what they think. They always give us a benchmark or something that we can pivot from. At the end of the day, a lot of our work is going to be judged by judges in a courtroom. So hearing what they have to say and addressing some of the issues that we're dealing with day in and day out in our work is easily my favorite part of CKS. Plus their personalities, they're fun to work with.
So far, it's been the welcoming attitude of all the other professionals in the group, and the fact that they've been so receptive of my viewpoint and how open they've been with sharing what their professional knowledge and experience have been in the past. It's been surprising to me, and it's been a great experience, socially as well as professionally.
I think the discussions that we have at the various forums, we have several of these a year because they're in different parts of North America. Obviously, all of us cannot attend all of them, but when we can, I find them very stimulating. And I go back to my, quote, real world, unquote, enthusiastic and full of new ideas and thoughts that I can share with my clients and my students.
What are some of your favorite things about CKS?
I'd say the networking is absolutely top of the list. I've met some of the smartest and friendliest and most willing to collaborate people in over my 25-year career through this organization. It's been very worthwhile. I've introduced so many in-house people to this organization. Every client I introduce them to this organization and suggest that they, reach out, sign up. At a minimum, they can participate in the things that are offered online and have materials that they can read. At best, they can show up for events and enjoy the live experience. And I think that that's where all the value resides, is in the relationships.
Quality of the membership. It's very diverse. People from industry, academia, great knowledge sharing, very collaborative kind of community. So you don't often see that, where people are so willing to kind of share their knowledge, share their information, their tools, their practices. So that's good and refreshing, and great events. Very informative, very topical and timely, very forward-looking. So it's all been nothing but good things.
The frank openness of everybody, because it's an off-the-record conversation behind the walls, has been marvelous. Really finding out that certain organizations put priority on certain aspects of their infrastructure and other organizations put different emphasis. Learning how different organizations, even in the same space, if it's a regulated space, an unregulated space, they handle it differently, and having those conversations where you can hear the meeting of the mind, that is invaluable. It is a great learning experience, and it's a great way to find out what's actually happening as opposed to what you read in best practices and on the blogs.